Alright everybody, welcome to another video. Excuse all the mess here, I've got a lot going on here lately. But I'm really excited about getting this package in the mail. Hopefully I'm on camera here, right? Pretty close. Okay. There's a million unboxings on YouTube, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. But it's packed very nice. And before I tell you guys what this is, a little bit of a backstory here. So, as you know, there's a lot of advancements in the hobby as far as radios go. The Anon, the Sun, SDR receivers, transceivers, I should say. Anyway, this is a Hermes lite2 SDR transceiver. It's a QRP. I think it does about 7 watts. And you can't buy it assembled. Well, you can. I did see some listings on eBay. People had these, but honestly, they cost so much. This thing here was shipped to my door, $338, and I think I saw them on eBay for like, gosh, $500–600. Crazy. It's not much to really build in these things, right? So let's see what we got in the box. Let me move this over here, y'all. I've got solder everywhere. I threw this down just to cover up the solder. I've really got to clean up before I start building this. In fact, I'm going to show you guys the boards, but I'm not going to take them out of the static bags until I get all this stuff cleaned up. Comes with a little jumper, a little header pin. You guys can see that. So the way this works, this is the filter board right here. So you can cover all of your bands. It goes from 1.8, I believe, to 30 megahertz. So it does not include 6 meters, but bang for the buck, you can't beat it. So I'm going to put this stuff back in the box as we go. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning. I mean, seriously, I've been waiting for this thing for a very long time. Seems like forever, but 2 weeks. And it's made by Maker Fabs. So basically they are a company out of China that you can send your designs to. They will produce, you know, whatever board, printed circuit board you want, throw all the components on there for a cheap price. Basically all it is. Yeah, so here we have the Hermes lite2 enclosure. Includes the closure, the front end plate, and the back end plate. So let's check that out. Yeah, that's cool. So that's the front plate right here. That's the back plate. Now the antenna connections are on these are SMA connectors. So you'll need an SMA to a PL259 or 239, whichever way you want to go, but you'll have to adapt that. There's been a revision since the first Hermes came out, and that's another interesting thing too. You know, a lot of this SDR stuff we look at as new technology, but this radio, the Hermes, the original Hermes, came out like over 10 years ago. Anyway, included in here, this is a revision. This is a little heat sink spacer that goes on one side of the board, and the case is here. And then you put some thermal paste there, and it dissipates the heat to the case. I guess they had issues with them burning out the FET. So, let's see what we got here. Boy, I'm just organized as all get out. Unwrap this bad boy. They package everything great too. Yeah, that's pretty. aluminum. Oh, cool. It looks like they even pre-drilled where this goes now. Because on all the other assembly videos I've seen where this spacer goes, you have to mark it and then drill the hole yourself. So I guess everybody was screwing it up, so they started drilling the hole. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the case. Oh, there's a little scratch on it already, it looks like. I didn't do it. But anyhow, this is about the size of the radio right here. Yeah, little bitty guy. Alright, I'm gonna put all this up here. I will be building this probably later today. Like I said, I'm like a kid at Christmas morning. So there. We got one more box. This is the main board, the Hermes Lite. Cool. SDR. Direct up down conversion software defined amateur radio HF transceiver. And the great thing about this, you guys, it's open source. This is not Yaesu, ICOM, any of the big names. This is totally open source. Bunch of people put their heads together to come up with this and worked on this project, and it's still ongoing today. Really, even the software is open source. So here's the main board. I'm not going to open it just yet, but your finals are right there. There's 2 transistors. Like I said, it's not a powerhouse, it's just QRP, right? So I think 7 watts is about the most you can get out of it, but we'll definitely have to use a driver. Here's the header pins. So the way this works is that you would have this board in the case, right, slipped in. The filter board goes here, and then that header pin jumper I showed you earlier goes on here to make the connection between the 2 boards. Pretty cool idea. Anyway, that's your Ethernet port right there, plugged into your computer. You do need a computer to run this. It's not a standalone radio, by no means. Thesis software, you can use that to run this, and you can have that legendary noise reduction that Thesis offers. SDR console, you can run SDR console with this. Power SDR, and there's several others too. The really cool thing about these radios though is that you can take advantage of the pure signal system. I don't know if you guys are familiar with pure signal, but some modification you could do on this pin header after it's together. I think it's pins 3 and 4. You put a jumper from there out to the end of the case with another SMA connector. You connect that out to your sampler port behind your amplifier. You have to have an attenuated sampler box. It'll send a signal whenever you transmit back to this board, and this thing will actually clean up the signal to keep it within the bandwidth that you have set for it. Really cool technology. The Anons and the Suns, a lot of them use pure signal technology now too. So bang for the buck, $338, right? That's everything I showed you here. You do need a computer to run it, but I mean, for the price point, you can't beat it as far as what you get. And like I said, Thesis does work with it. And anyway, I'll do some more videos later, and when I come back to actually put it together. Anyway, 73s everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later.